Hi everyone, this is Diane, and I am going to show you how I make the poinsettias from Scrap Diva Designs Poinsettia Flowers set. And this is her website, which I think she has a new release coming out January 1st. This you can hashtag her either on Instagram or YouTube, and these are her socials on Instagram and YouTube. So this is the die I use. I love it because it comes on one plate and I can just run the whole thing through. I found, though, the secret to punching the flowers out is by turning it out and hitting each leaf and then hitting the center, and they'll pop right out. Otherwise, if you just like do the center, you have to kind of go in and do a leaf and then try to get it out. So that's the way I do it. And they just pop out really quick. Then I make two different sizes. I make, these are already put together. This is the large one, and then this is the small one. I use three layers to make mine with. I use these three to make one set, and then I use these three to make the other set. These two are the same size, so when I use layer it, I use this, and then this. And when I do the large, I layer it first with this, and then this. So what I do is I take each leaf individually and I just go along and I just crease the leaves like this. Using a pokey tool, or I use my tweezers like this. So it just depends on what I have handy. They both work. Whatever you have will work, I guess. I just find it's just easier either way. This is a little longer, so you get to play, you have more room. And this is what I do. And I do it, it takes quite a while when you make quite a bit like this. And I just do it, I run them all through the die machine, and then if I'm sitting in front of the TV watching a movie with my husband, or I'm watching YouTube and I want to, watch all the stuff that you guys put on YouTube, then I will just take things out like this and I will work on them. That way I can kind of pay attention. So then, when I layer them, actually I put them all in a dish and then I go back and then I layer them. So I put them all in a basket like this, and then I go back and I sort them all out, and that's what I did here, and I decided to do a video. So I've already glued some together like I showed you, and what I do is I just hit, I just take one flower at a time and I separate it. And then the middle piece, I just hit with a spot of glue. I use hot glue just so it's fast. And I line them up so that they're like this. So let me see. Let me show you again. So I line them up. So see that I just alternate them. So when I line them up, they'll look fuller like this. And then here's the other piece. And then when I line the second piece up, I do that in between the middle layer. And that's how I get a full effect. And see, you can see right here, you can see a lot of empty spaces. So when I glue it again, I try to go in there with it and fill up those spaces. And I have my craft mat down. This thing I can do anything to. If I glue it to the table, it just comes right up. And that's how I do it. I'm starting to make whoops. You got to get all the little webs off too. I'm starting to make Valentine's flowers. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the centers because I don't know how I'm going to work with them. But when I make my flowers, as you can see, I have extras from Christmas. These are actually Valentine's colors, so I'm leaving them in the basket. And these are my Christmas flowers because these look like Christmas. I kind of leave the centers open, and then that way I can do whatever I want to with the centers when I make a project. So, you know, sometimes I'll put another little flower inside the big flower. Sometimes I will use, where are they? I don't know. Sometimes I will use sequins inside. Sometimes I will use my little balls that I got from Hobby Lobby. You know, just depends on what I feel like doing for the center at the time I'm using for a project. So that's how I put these little flowers together. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the next hour or so. But I thought I would share that with you. You guys, thanks for coming along and watching. And I wish you a happy new year. And God bless.